From $7 Productions to Teremana Tequila, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has managed to build quite the money-making empire for himself. One look at his resume and it's easy to tell why. After all, the multi-talented pro wrestler turned actor has put in an immense amount of hard work to get to where he is now. But you may think that must take a toll on his personal relationships. Well, today we're gonna find out just that. First off, what exactly does his empire consist of? With his net worth reaching a whopping $800 million in July of 2022, the question is on the tips of our tongues, how did The Rock get here? We've all known him and loved him since his pro wrestling days, when he was busy putting up the ultimate trash talker persona that's been copied time and again after his retreat. So that would be one of the hustlers. Well, hustle. Turns out, slamming tables on Monday Night Raw can make you quite a lot of money. His influence in the wrestling industry is undeniable, and so was all the bank he raked in with it. After that, obviously came the oh-so-illustrious movie career of our beloved wrestler. And this is where things really took off for him. His first ever movie appearance was in The Mummy Returns, 2001, and this was an instant shot to stardom for the man. Later, he acted in a boatload of action movies, including humongous franchises like Fast and the Furious and some blockbuster standalones like San Andreas. During this time, of course, Johnson started his very own television production company, along with his wife at the time, Dani Garcia. Founded in 2012, this business venture has managed to amass huge figures through the production of almost every Dwayne Johnson feature to this day. Johnson's aspirations as a businessman didn't end there, though. In 2020, The Rock founded Teremana Tequila, his very own tequila brand. The celebrity status attached to the brand has helped boost it to become one of the fastest growing celebrity spirit brands. This man clearly doesn't do anything halfway, now does he? To add to the ever-growing list is also Johnson's Project Rock collection with Under Armour. The athletic wear sells out as quickly as it's restocked. His Zoa energy drink and his status as co-owner of the XFL Football League are two random tidbits that add skyrocketing numbers to his bank account. Safe to say, the man does not slow down. With one business plan coming after the next, it's clear to us that the billionaire is a true hustler. Yes, he's an actor and businessman, but he's also a husband and a father. Family is something Johnson has always prioritized. After all, the wrestling profession ran and still runs in his family, with both his father and grandfather being established figures in the industry. On his Instagram, the actor often talks about his struggles with balancing a crazy hectic work life, along with giving time to his 3 daughters and loving wife. The younger two, Tiana and Jasmine, are just 4 and 6 years old, and while they're absolutely adorable little munchkins, it does put Dwayne in the difficult position of having to raise his young kids alongside the hustle. He's very open about it too. Recently, the actor shared on social media that the first and foremost step to acknowledge just how hard this particular balancing act is. He stated that he had babies to raise and bills to pay, just like the rest of us. Okay, the first part we can agree on, but the latter, are you really sure you even need to pay bills, Dwayne? JK, we get where he's coming from. The man went on to state what are, in his opinion, the 2 major keys to finding that balance. Number 1, discipline. And who better to educate you on discipline than the absolute muscle god, 8.5% body fat, gym freak, superhuman that is Dwayne Johnson. Seriously though, search up one picture of his physique and you'll call up your local gym in under 3 seconds tops. That is one disciplined man, and clearly he knows what he's talking about. It makes sense logically too. Balance goes hand in hand with discipline, and the practice of making schedules. Setting up specific times for family and not compromising on them could very well bring some order to your life. Johnson's second key is, albeit a more unique take than we've heard before, it is communication. Yes, people. According to the Fast and Furious star, simply talking to your loved ones about your dilemmas can be effective in lifting burdens. It would make them more understanding and more respectful of your craft. Sounds pretty foolproof if you ask us. Dwayne's philosophy, not I have to, but rather I get to. Dwayne's big secret to never letting setbacks and the hardships of maintaining balance get to him, changing his mindset. As the actor shared with his fans, a simple shift in outlook can take you from the struggling, barely holding on to his balance by shreds person to a grateful, optimistic, put-together figure. And how can you bring about that change? Just change one word in your everyday speech. Instead of constantly pushing yourself by saying, I have to do this and that, trying saying, I get to do this and that. I'm sure you already understand how this can make a difference in your life. You won't have to cancel that meeting for your little brother's graduation anymore. You'll get to do that. Instead of having to bail on family dinner, you'll get to attend a career-altering seminar. And guess what? There won't even be hard feelings because, you guessed it, you'll have communicated all this to your loved ones. After all, it's only because Mr. Johnson combines every single humanly possible method that he's able to achieve a work and family balance. Maybe The Rock should add Wise Sage to his resume as well, because those sure are some solid tips. In other news, Black Adam, The Rock's latest acting feat. Set to release on October 21st, 2022, this action fantasy feature will follow the story of Shazam's arch nemesis, Black Adam, aka Ted Adam. This DC character is, well, a god. With otherworldly powers that make him an almost undefeatable target, Black Adam has been unleashed from his Earth cage after 5,000 years. Comparisons are already being drawn to DC's Superman, and it seems like Black Adam might be the stronger of the two. Wild, right? That's not all. While Superman is basically the poster boy of godness and doing the right things, Ted has no such moral trappings. The man is void of empathy or any human feelings and doesn't flinch away from torture and violence. Maybe the comparisons to Superman are unwarranted. Dwayne Johnson will also be playing the role of a properly evil supervillain for the first time in his career. It's crazy to think that he's always been typecast as the macho strongman who saves the day and is the knight in shining armor in all catastrophes. One look at the trailer and we were sold at his casting as Black Adam. The angry smolder and the harsh no-nonsense tone were all the makings of one of the best villains DC has yet to see. And John Cena is all praises for his buddy Dwayne. As we all know, the pro wrestler to actor pipeline is well and alive. The Rock wasn't the first wrestler to turn to acting as a long-term career, and he won't be the last. When fellow wrestler and 17-time heavyweight championship winner John Cena got the call for an audition, he was hesitant. Cena shared his feelings about his very first movie appearance in Trainwreck. He said that he wasn't at all sure about how to go through with the auditions, who to call, when and how to show up to castings, but it was only when he hit his boy Dwayne up that his fears had subsided. Here's the brief but powerful advice Dwayne had for him. Just be yourself. They reached out to you for a reason. Truer words have not been spoken. Cena, of course, took the advice to heart and went on to star in the movie, even going fully nude for a scene, which we must say takes guts, along with several other sins. The Rock finds conspiracy about his and Kevin Hart's friendship being fake hilarious. It's no secret that The Rock and comedian Kevin Hart are quite the dynamic duo in Hollywood. Having starred in 5 movies together, the two are thick as thieves. And how do they express their love for each other? By roasting the absolute crap out of the other, of course. Apparently, though, some people are beginning to think that the non-stop trash talking is a little excessive, and could be a hint to their friendship being a mere publicity stunt. In the recent episode of the Ross Bolin podcast, this frankly ridiculous claim was put forward with the title, "Tell Me You Can't See The Rock and Kevin Hart Secretly Despising Each Other." The Rock obviously had to jump on this golden opportunity to roast Hart even more. Replying to his tweet, he said, "Dude, I can 100% verify this. It's actually not a secret. We despise each other. Fuck him." Now, if anyone is still taking this conspiracy theory seriously, they clearly have no sense of humor. Hart and Johnson's on and off bickering is the highlight of endless interviews, with fans making numerous compilations of their comical interactions online. Well, folks, that was all the Dwayne Johnson gossip we had for you today. The man never ceases to stay out of the headlines, now does he? That's a wrap for this video. What is your favorite word of advice from The Rock? Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one!